Hi everyone, this is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to my channel. In this video, I am going to show you how you can install this Kokoro 82 million parameter model locally. Just few hours ago, I showed you how you can install and run this model on free Google Colab, but there have been various comments where people are asking how can they run it locally. So this is what I'm going to do in this video. I'm going to show you step by step how you can install and run this model locally and generate audio from your text prompts. If you want to learn more about the architecture of this model and how to get it running on Google Colab for free, then please watch my this video which you can see on your screen. Just search with Kokoro. So what exactly this model? I'm not going to go into more detail as I did already on the other video, but just to give you an idea of this model has been trained on very less data, just less than 100 hours of audio for only 20 epochs, and still it has beaten a lot of other open source and even some of the closed source models on various benchmarks which have been trained on way longer hours. For example, Parler Mini has been or maybe Fish Speech has been trained on more than 1 million hours. 1 million compared to less than 100 hours. So I have no words to explain this difference. Anyway, so let's get it installed locally and then we will see how it works. Please allow me also thank our friends at Mast Compute who are sponsoring the VM and GPU for this video. If you're looking to install and run your models on GPUs on very affordable prices, you can find the link to their website in video's description with a discount coupon code of 50%, which I will also drop in video's description. But this model Kokoro, you can even run it on CPU, on GPU, or on the palm of your hand because it's so lightweight. This is my Ubuntu system where I'm going to run it, and this is my GPU card, NVIDIA RTX A6000 with 48 GB of VRAM courtesy Mast Compute. First up, as usual, let's create a virtual environment with Conda. Okay, now we need to install some of the prerequisites, and the installation of this is a bit different than the Google Colab because Google Colab comes with a lot of things pre-installed. As you can see, I'm installing Pi Audio and Lipport Audio 2, and you don't have to do it on Google Colab because, as I said, it already comes pre-installed with it. Anyway, let's wait for it to get finished. This is going to take a couple of minutes, not more than that. And next up, we need to install other prerequisites like Torch, Torch Audio, Transformers, Librosa, and that sort of stuff. Again, this is going to take 2 to 3 minutes. All the prerequisites are done. Let's git clone the repo of this Kokoro 82 million and enter into it. By the way, if you're wondering about this name Kokoro, I have given an explanation in my other video what exactly it means. Also, one esteemed commentator and viewer on the other video said that it is not a Japanese word but also maybe they said that it's a Nigerian word too. So please also check it out. A very fine word and concept, by the way. Anyway, so you can see that it's installed here. Next, we need to install eSpeak on Ubuntu, which is primarily a text to speech tool in a lot of operating system. It's an open source one. Let me install it. And that was quick. And lastly, we need to install these three: phonomizer and munch. And phoneme and other I already have described in other video what they mean. So let's wait for it to get installed. It's already done in the quiet mode, which is nice. Okay. Now all the prerequisites are done at this point. Now let me launch my Jupyter notebook and then we will download and play with this model over there in the browser environment. And if you don't want to use the Jupyter notebook, you can run it in the Python code, which is as good as anything. Sometime, we face some of the issues in the Python in the Jupyter notebook. So in that case, you always have the option of reverting to just throwing all the code in a .py file and then run it from your system. Okay, so let's first import the libraries and download the model. Here, all I'm doing, I'm importing these libraries. I'm building the model or loading the model, which is in the PyTorch format. and then we are giving it some voices, which for example AF is a default voice, which is mix of this Bella and Sarah, whereas this AFBF means that A for American, B for British accent, F is for female, and here you see M is for male. So BM George means British male accent of George. Okay, so let me run it. It is going to load the default voice, and then after loading the model, and there you go, you see that it has loaded this AF, which is the default voice, and you can ignore these warnings. Next up, let's do the inference with it. So all I'm doing, I'm importing the generate function from Kokoro, and then I am giving it a text. I'm saying, hey Smile, you're on camera, I'm recording this for a YouTube video, and then we are generating the output, and then we are simply displaying the audio after it is generated in 24 kilohertz for a high resolution, and then autoplay is true. And then I'm also displaying the phonemes, which are the single unit of speech, and I have gone into way more detail in my other video about the phoneme. Okay, so let me run it, and there you go, it has generated the audio. Let me play it.
Hey Smile, you are on camera. I am recording this for a YouTube video.
How clear and how good is that? Really, really awesome stuff. Okay, now let me mix this code, and we will generate it some other samples. So I have just mixed it, which means that I have just put it in one cell, everything, so that it will be easier to run again and again. And now instead of AF, I have just given this BF, which is British female Isabella, as a first one, because I'm just getting this first voice out of this voice pack. And let me now quickly run it. While it runs, let me show you VRAM consumption, which is around
Hey Smile, you are
1.3.
on camera. I am recording this for a YouTube video.
So you see, that was Isabella in British accent, which because the autoplay is on anyway. So you see that it is just consuming 1.3 gig of VRAM, which is nothing. You can easily run it on CPU or wherever you like. And then, for example, if you want to maybe check out this AM Michael, let me run this in his voice.
Hey Smile, you are on camera. I am recording this for a YouTube video.
So that's an American, and then there you go. So these are the phonemes, which it is also printing. It is a separate words anyway. So one thing which I didn't test yesterday, which I would test it now, is to see if it works with multilingual. Maybe I'll just first use the European language. Maybe let's go with Spanish. So I have translated the same sentence in Spanish with Google Translate. Let me run it to see what it generates.
Hoy Sanri, estás frente a la cámara. Estoy grabando esto para un video de YouTube.
Okay, so I think it is still speaking the Spanish, but it is not a Spanish accent if I'm not wrong. So if you're a Spanish speaker, let me know. Let's try the Chinese, because it's a different script. So this is a Chinese, same sentence in Chinese. Let's play it.
Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter. Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, YouTube, Chinese letter.
So you see, at least it is able to detect what language we are using, which is quite interesting. Let's try out Hindi, and maybe I'll go with Emma's voice. I think out of all of these voices, all of them are great, but my favorite one is Emma's voice. It's a very typical, beautiful British accent. Okay, so BF Emma, and let me generate it in Hindi now. So this is the Hindi one. Let's see.
He muskat awen, hitum kemtein he put hoen hima isse aq, jubsi vioke liatakot, cut to ha huin.
Okay, I'm more than sure that's not in Hindi. Okay, so let's try out African language. I'm going to go with Swahili. Let's wait for it.
Hey smile, weem nai Julia camera. Ninondika hi qua video ya YouTube.
So it just is narrating that English word because it is in sort of an English script here. So let's try out Arabic.
Arabic meme, Arabic ra. Arabic he. Arabic bar, Arabic alif, Arabic bar, Arabic ta, Arabic scene, Arabic alif, Arabic meme.
So you see, it detects that it is Arabic, which is quite interesting. Let's see if it can detect another language, which is another ancient language, which is Hebrew. Let's see.
Hebrew he, Hebrew yod, Hebrew ket, Hebrew yod, Hebrew kaf. Hebrew mem, Hebrew vav, Hebrew lamed, Hebrew he, Hebrew mem, Hebrew tzad.
So it detects Hebrew. That is quite interesting that it detects these languages. And finally, let's try out the Persian or Farsi, because whenever I am testing different languages, there is one viewer who always complains that I don't cover Persian that much. So let's do it Persian. Let's check it out.
Arabic ha, Arabic farsi ye, Arabic lam, Arabic ba, Arabic ke. Arabic noon, Arabic del, Arabic ba, Arabic zain, Arabic noon, Arabic farsi ye, Arabic del, Arabic ta, Arabic.
So you see, it is detecting the Farsi or Persian letters here. So what it is doing, I think from its training data set, it detects the letters of the languages and then it goes accordingly. So, but other than that, I think for English, amazing model. You can use it anywhere. Very impressed by it. Let me know what do you think. And as I said, for further details, check out this model. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network as it helps. Thank you for watching.